The IFCR's CDKL5 Centers of Excellence help affected families access a team of multidisciplinary specialists. The clinic model eases the burden on families by bringing all specialists together, saving families time and hassle while ensuring that their medical team is able to work together. Each CDKL5 Center of Excellence team consists of a variety of specialties, including, but not limited to, epilepsy, genetics, gastroenterology, physical medicine, rehabilitation, and palliative care. Our CDKL5 Centers of Excellence work to continually advance our understanding of CDKL5 deficiency disorder. They are researching how the condition unfolds so that standards of care can be developed for this disease. IFCR sponsorship makes the CDKL5 Centers of Excellence possible. We provide the coordination that brings the specialists together and fund the multi-center research. Hear from Dr. Elia Pestana-Knight about what you can expect when you visit the CDKL5 Center of Excellence in Cleveland, Ohio.
Our center was established in 2014 under the leadership of Dr. Parik Sumit, who initiated the program and then invited me to join as an epileptologist, as many of the initial symptoms of CDKL5 deficiency disorder, as you know, is the presentation of a variety of forms of seizures. We have by now developed an organizational system, and when you arrive to our centers, you are going to be meeting me and some of our staff, our clinical nurse, Kim Hofner, and our research coordinator, Xiaoming Chang and Honglian Huang. With you, we help to determine what are the main symptoms that are affecting the quality of life of the patient and the families, and we help them to address. As an epileptologist, I have a big focus on the management of the seizures, but we are very mindful that in CDKL5 deficiency disorder, there are many other symptoms that are equally important, and one of them, for instance, is the management of constipation, the management of insomnia, the management of the movement disorder, etc. We are sure and we advise the parents as to what measurement they need to take to address all those other symptoms. And we also give the family the opportunity to participate on different studies, natural studies for the disease, clinical trials. And the latest one is the U1 research study, in which we are hoping to prepare to have a better idea of the associated symptoms in CDKL5 that are not necessarily seizures. I believe that seizures we have extensively studied by now, but there are other symptoms that need equal attention in order to provide better lines of treatments, as well as to be prepared for future clinical trials. We also offer the family the opportunity to participate in clinical trials. One of the trials that we completed is the Medical trial, and now we are getting ready for the Fintepla trial as well. In 2015, we realized that we live in Northeast Ohio and it can get cold here. So we have the initiative to initiate a telemedicine program that we have been offering our patients since then, and actually was an excellent program to have developed at the time that COVID hit, because it assured continuation of care during that period. So we offer the families the option of virtual visits. I do like to see the patients in person at least once a year. As you know, the Center of Excellence cover patients that are outside the state where the centers are located, and for our case, we work with families from Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and some other states. So the availability of the telemedicine is very important when you cover such a large population. So we have the initial visit can be done via telemedicine, and we call it here a educational visit, okay? So in that visit, we collect the information of the parents, we listen what are the goals and concerns, and we prepare them for a physical visit in our center. So that visit, that is the educational visit, gives them the opportunity to decide if it's worth for them to do the traveling to the Cleveland Clinic. To say that the enthusiasm and the energy that the families of children and people with CDKL5 deficiency disorder have brought to the clinical setting is admirable. I always reflect on the timeline, and I tell my students, look, we learned about CDKL5 in 2004. By 2014, we have already organized an organization, the International Foundation for CDKL5 Research. They already have organized meetings. They have organized us as physicians. I remember when I walked on the first clinic that in which I took part here at the Cleveland Clinic, I said, you know, I have only seen one patient with CDKL5 deficiency disorder. So I went to the books. I remember I looked in the Swayman, who is the biggest book of pediatric neurology, and there is nothing about the disease there, okay? And then I go to internet and I found 3 or 4 papers talking about the disease. That's all we had. So now I had this opportunity to see many patients and to collaborate with other centers. We do a lot of work among the centers, but I have a stronger collaboration with Dr. Olson in Boston because of the project that we are doing right now. And we talk about when you see the patients back to back, you see a pattern of the disease that is different from West syndrome, is different from Lennox-Gastaut and the other umbrellas in which these patients have been placed for years. There is a lot of uniqueness to this disease that we can identify and stand up and make it stand up as its own disease in their own. I have to say that it's good to see how the little impact that you have on treatment makes the difference for the patients. Whether you are improving the insomnia, whether you're improving the seizures, whether you're improving the constipations, you see a change, and this is enjoyable for everybody. The families see the benefits of the improvement. We see the benefit of the improvement. I have to say also that the families with or children with CDD are very patient because they come to our centers and they have so many choices of research to participate on. And this is in addition to the Cleveland, the care. And they are always willing to stay the extra time and complete their tasks so they can contribute to the better knowledge of the disease. In Cleveland, I highly recommend the Cleveland Institute of Art and the Cleveland Museum of Art. These organizations have a beautiful collection of art, but also offer a great area indoor where you can walk around and feel that you are in a warmer place, even though outside it could be the worst winter storm. That's the reality. We also have a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame museum, which have a beautiful setting by the lake. It's another beautiful place to visit. We are used to snow, so our institutions are open year round, and so our airport, which is open most of the time. So you can get here. We have a children's museum. We have a beautiful zoo also with indoor and outdoor facilities that you can visit year round. And of course, we have a friendly staff here at the Cleveland Clinic. So come and visit us.